when you need us.
DeWittDailyNews.com is the area's leading local news source 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Get the latest local news, obituaries, police blotter, weather forecast, and more with no paywall. Head to DeWittDailyNews.com to get the local information you need to know.
From the Hart Media Group newsroom and DeWittDailyNews.com, I'm Ben Hubbard with this expanded morning newscast. Good morning, and thanks for being with us. I'm your host today, Ben Hubbard. You're listening to the WHOW Morning Show. The Peterson Insurance Agency in Clinton is inviting the community to an open house Tuesday afternoon on the square at its location in Clinton to celebrate its 60th anniversary. Owner Jay Peterson says while many consumers shop for policies online, working face-to-face with an independent local agency ensures clients don't end up underinsured, offering direct, personalized service with a real person picking up the phone every time.
Yeah, we see it all the time. People come in that have bought online, and we write for some of those companies. We represent Progressive, we represent Geico, which are two of the big ones that people buy direct on. And they'll come in, and the problem is when you're online, and if you're not an insurance knowledgeable person, and you start price shopping, you're going to probably end up with some coverage that isn't what you intended to have, or not sufficient for your assets to protect you. So,
Sure.
And typically we can help them see that. And our office, we're a family face-to-face type business. We have no answering machines. If you call our office, a person picks the phone up, and if they can't help you, they'll find somebody that can. And we deal face-to-face. So everything from auto and home to big commercial accounts. Obviously, crop and farm has always been a big segment of our operation, and that's something we feel like we excel in. We have myself and one of our staff is the only two in this area that have the AFIS certification. We also do life insurance. We do health insurance. We do Medicare supplements. We write bonds. We pretty much, there's not much we can't take care of for people. Anytime, just come in and bring what you have, and we'll be glad to review it, tell you if we have a better option for you, or sometimes we don't, or if we think there's some coverages there that you need to have higher limits or different deductibles or different things, we can go through that with you.
From auto, home, and commercial coverage to specialized lines like life, health, and Medicare supplements, Peterson highlights crop and farm insurance as one of the agency's primary strengths. He notes that he and his staff hold specialized AFIS certifications, allowing them to carefully review client coverage and tailor policies to their exact needs.
Yeah, we started off, we had no computers. We had a typewriter. We had everything was rated with yellow notepads out of books,
Sure.
And then the big thing was when we got a copy machine and we got a fax machine, that was, like the industry changing tool. And now for the last probably 20 years, we haven't had any paper files at all. We're virtually paperless. We have a management system. We have our companies are all using AI for different things. Fax machines are gone. Everything's email scan. We do have an e-fax number, but I mean, it's just the telephone system have changed, from landlines to VoIP. I mean, just technology and coverages and premiums have changed a lot too. Of course, customers understand that because they're seeing the increases, but we're starting to see some relief in that too. Things are starting to come back down. I'm not sure about property long term. I mean, it's not helping when Illinois has record number of tornadoes from 2026,
right?
Because the reinsurers and all companies use reinsurance. They're looking at that, and most of them are foreign, and they're saying, well, why would we write in Illinois? They have the most tornadoes, so it affects pricing and stuff, but rates are coming down finally. In the post-COVID inflation disaster that we all went through, things are starting to come back down a little bit.
Join the Peterson Insurance Agency for a celebration of its 60th year Tuesday from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. on the Clinton Square. Learn more about the Peterson Insurance Agency by clicking their icon at DeWittDailyNews.com. This month, the local historical society is honoring America 250 by delving into the local history of the Underground Railroad. Director of the C.H. Moore Homestead, Joey Long, explains that on August 16th at 1:30 p.m., they will be hosting Joseph Rodney, freedom seeker on the Illinois Central Railroad, led by Illinois Humanities Rhodes Scholar Daryl Dexter.
The August event is going to take place on Sunday, August 16th at 1:30 p.m. in the Carriage Barn. And the program title is Joseph Rodney, Freedom Seeker on the Illinois Central Railroad. And that will be presented by Illinois Humanities Rhodes Scholar Daryl Dexter, who is from the very southern tip of Illinois and has done extensive research on this topic as well as others. And I think this story will be quite interesting. And I think people would be surprised to learn that such things were taking place in this chapter of our history. But it's just enlightening. So I don't want to give any spoilers out, but just to give people an idea of what this presentation is about. Joseph Rodney was an escaped slave, or we call them freedom seekers now. And somehow, and this is quotes, a free woman of color in Cairo, instead of, him running on the Underground Railroad seeking freedom, which is what we think of, right? The Underground Railroad. She purchased a ticket on the Illinois Central Railroad for him. So that starts the whole adventure.
Yeah.
So it follows his travels, up on the rails. His owner is hot on his heels. And when they reach Chicago, then the story really starts.
As funding grows tighter for those who preserve local history, Long is grateful that the Illinois Rhodes Scholars Program is coming out to lead the event. She says they are just one of 5 museums to benefit from the group this year.
This program is actually made possible. I was able to secure a grant from the Illinois Humanities.
Very nice.
And they have a program. It's called the Illinois Humanities Rhodes Scholars, but Rhodes, R-O-A-D, not the other. And so we were able to contact him through their programming and secure an event date. Funding's tight everywhere.
Yeah, of course.
Including, with their organization. So whereas it used to be that a speaker might be available for 10 or more engagements throughout the year, those numbers have gone down drastically. So most of these are only able to go and give 5 presentations. And the area that they cover is the entire state of Illinois in a 1-year period.
Wow.
So we're 1 out of 5. So we're very fortunate to be able to bring someone with his knowledge and his passion for the topic to bring him to DeWitt County. And, where else how far would you have to travel to be able to attend something like this otherwise? That's one thing that the museum strives to do, and I'm proud of.
Long explains that the history of the Underground Railroad can be hard to track down, as it would have been dangerous for those at the time to leave anything behind. That being said, there are traces that prove its presence in Clinton and DeWitt County. Hear the story of Joseph Rodney presented by Daryl Dexter at the C.H. Moore Homestead on Sunday, August 16th at 1:30 p.m. Learn more by visiting chmoorehomestead.org or by finding them on Facebook. Get news anytime from your computer or your mobile device, all free, all the time at DeWittDailyNews.com.
Don't let a summer sniffle turn into a summer setback. Whether it's a cold cough, rash, scrape, bug bite, or minor injury, Warner Hospital's walk-in clinic has you covered. No appointment necessary. Just walk in and be seen by our caring medical team. Fast, convenient care. Close to home means less time waiting, more time enjoying summer. Warner Hospital Walk-in Clinic. Right here when you need us.
From pickups to family vehicles, trust the experts at Walker Tire in Clinton, featuring quality Yokohama tires for dependable performance. We're here to help you find the right tire for every vehicle and every budget. Learn more by clicking our icon on DeWittDailyNews.com.
Longview Community Bank is now open in Clinton, investing in rural Illinois. I'm Vice President Nate Sams. Stop by for a visit or to find out how we provide real local banking. Click our banner ad at the top of the local news page on DeWittDailyNews.com.
From the Hart Media Group Sports Desk, IL Sports Wire, and DeWittDailyNews.com, I'm Ben Hubbard with this local sports report. Alec Burleson hit 3 two-run homers, including a drive into the second deck in right field that capped a 7-run 8th inning as the St. Louis Cardinals outslugged the New York Yankees for a 13-7 victory Monday night after blowing a 6-run lead. Burleson homered to the short porch in right off Cam Schlittler 3 batters into the game. The first baseman also sent a drive to the short porch off lefty reliever Tim Hill in the 4th for a 6-0 lead. Nathan Church hit a go-ahead 3-run homer for the St. Louis Cardinals in the 8th after George Soriano allowed a 2-run drive to Yankees newcomer Luis Garcia Jr. that gave New York a 7-6 lead in the 7th. Jimmy Crooks added a 2-run shot in the 8th for the Cardinals, who hit 6 homers for the first time since connecting 7 times against the Dodgers on May 18th of 2023. Ryan McMahon and Jose Caballero opened the 7th with back-to-back homers for the Yankees off Ryan Stanek. Austin Wells hit a 2-run shot, and Trent Grisham had a solo homer in the 5th after New York trailed 6-0. Jose Fermin had a RBI double for the Cardinals, and Church hit an RBI single. Garcia started at first base and went 2 for 4 after being obtained from Washington on Sunday. Schlittler allowed 4 runs and 4 hits in 3 innings, his second shortest start this season. The right-hander tied a career high with 5 walks and struck out 6. St. Louis starter Michael McGreevy permitted 2 runs and 4 hits in 4 1/3 innings. Gordon Graceffo, who is 7-1, retired New York's final 6 batters to earn the win. Yankees left-hander Ryan Weathers is 4-7 with a 3.99 ERA and opposes Cardinals righty Hunter Dobbins, who is 2-1 with a 3.74 ERA on Tuesday. Seiya Suzuki, Carson Kelly, and Kevin Alcantara each hit a 2-run homer, and the Chicago Cubs handed the Los Angeles Dodgers their 4th consecutive loss with a 10-5 victory Monday night. Michael Busch drove in 3 runs against his former team, helping Chicago improve to 2-2 on a 7-game homestand. The Cubs also pulled within 5.5 games of NL Central leading Milwaukee, which lost 4-3 to Pittsburgh. Los Angeles has dropped 6 of 8 overall after it was swept by Boston over the weekend. Tarek Skubal takes the mound Tuesday night for his first start with the NL West leaders since the ace left-hander was acquired in a trade with Detroit. Tommy Edman hit a 3-run homer for the Dodgers, and Teoscar Hernandez also went deep. Justin Robolski is 11-3 and was tagged for 7 runs and 7 hits over 4 1/3 innings in his first loss since May 22nd. Suzuki connected for his 19th homer in the 1st, driving in Pete Crow Armstrong after a leadoff single. Alcantara gave the Cubs a 4-3 lead with his first career homer in the 2nd, a 2-out shot to left center after Dansby Swanson walked. Kelly added his 7th homer in the 3rd. Los Angeles closed to 7-5 on Hernandez's 443-foot solo shot in the 6th, but the Cubs responded with 3 runs in the bottom half. Kelly walked with the bases loaded when he used the ABS system to successfully challenge a called 3rd strike on a foul count slider from Tanner Scott. Busch then hit a 2-out grounder into right field, driving in Crow Armstrong and Suzuki. Busch also connected for his 14th homer in the 5th. Matthew Boyd is 7-1 and allowed 5 runs, 4 earned, and 9 hits in 6 2/3 innings for Chicago. The Cubs bolstered their pitching staff with a series of moves ahead of Monday's trade deadline, acquiring Clay Holmes from the New York Mets and reliever Ryan Zefferjan from the Los Angeles Angels. Skubal is 7-5 with a 2.79 ERA and went 4-1 with a 1.95 ERA in his last 6 starts for Detroit. Right-hander Javier Assad is 6-1 with a 3.75 ERA and pitches for Chicago on Tuesday night. The Chicago White Sox acquired outfielder Brenton Doyle from the Colorado Rockies for a pair of prospects. Doyle, who recently came off the injured list due to a bruised oblique, is hitting .214 with a homer and 9 stolen bases. He's won 2 Gold Glove awards for his work in center field. The Rockies received right-hander Mason Adams and infielder Carlos Villalma. The White Sox also added righty reliever Huascar Brazuban from the Mets for minor league right-handers Gabe Davis and Zach Franklin. The 36-year-old Brazuban is 5-2 with a 2.56 ERA over 46 games this season. The Milwaukee Brewers had their sights set on acquiring a top-tier pitcher before the trade deadline, namely Tarik Skubal, but had to shift gears when the back-to-back AL Cy Young Award winner ended up with the Los Angeles Dodgers. Instead, the Brewers, who entered Monday tied with the Dodgers for the best record in the major leagues, settled for veteran starter Dustin May, who was acquired from the St. Louis Cardinals shortly before the deadline. Milwaukee also got left-handed reliever Jojo Romero in the deal. In exchange, the Brewers sent minor league outfielders Alexander Frias and Josiah Ragsdale to the Cardinals. May, Romero, and Sensatella, who were expected to arrive in Milwaukee late Monday or early today, will serve key roles as the Brewers look to reach the World Series for the first time since 1982. The playoff-chasing Arizona Diamondbacks got a left-handed bat that can fill a spot in left field with the acquisition of Lars Nootbaar from St. Louis for prospects. Nootbaar has hit .234 with 3 home runs and 16 RBIs in 48 games since his season debut in early June after heel surgery last offseason. St. Louis got left-hander reliever Caleb Ferguson from Cincinnati in exchange for $250,000 of international bonus pool space. The 30-year-old Ferguson is 1-0 with a 4.01 ERA in 26 games this season. In 359 games over 8 big league seasons with 6 teams, he is 25-17 with 7 saves and a 3.69 ERA. The Chicago Cubs acquired right-hander Clay Holmes and outfielder Tyrone Taylor from the last-placed New York Mets on Monday for touted infield prospect Jefferson Rojas. The Cubs also added reliever Ryan Zefferjan and left-hander Braxton Garrett in 2 other deals ahead of Monday's deadline. Those moves were completed one day after the Cubs augmented their rotation by landing Kevin Gausman in a trade with the Toronto Blue Jays. The Cubs weathered a series of pitching injuries on their way to a 64-49 record and the top spot in the NL wildcard standings. They trail NL Central leading Milwaukee by 5.5 games. The Cubs got Zefferjan from the Los Angeles Angels for 2 minor leaguers, catcher Moises Ballesteros and right-hander Mason McGuire, son of retired slugger Mark McGuire. Garrett was acquired in a deal with the Miami Marlins for minor league infielder Jonathan Long and right-hander Chase Beck. The 28-year-old Zefferjan is 4-3 with a 3.66 ERA and 4 saves in 45 games this season. The right-hander has 75 strikeouts in 51 2/3 innings. Garrett was optioned to Iowa. Garrett, who turns 29 on Wednesday, had a 3.66 ERA in 159 2/3 innings with Miami in 2023. Holmes appears just about ready to return from a broken right leg that has sidelined him from mid-May. He was 4-4 with a 2.39 ERA in 9 starts before getting hurt. Running back Kyle Monangai returned to practice briefly after missing 3 straight workouts with a soft tissue injury, but starting safety Coby Bryant went out during one-on-one drills with an apparent leg injury and left the field in a cart. Bryant, the former Seahawks player who was acquired in free agency, was working against tight end Cole Kmet in one-on-one drills and clutched his left leg near the knee. He was able to get in the cart on his own power, but the scene was scary for the Bears, who are depending on Bryant's speed in a revamped starting secondary. The team hasn't announced the nature or severity of the injury, and Coach Ben Johnson spoke Monday prior to practice. Bryant could miss 8 to 10 weeks with a hyperextension, bone bruise, and small fracture. Bryant was replaced at safety by both Cam Lewis and Gervarius Owens. His role is also critical because he is a veteran playing alongside rookie starter Dylan Thieneman at the other safety spot. The Bears signed Lewis as a free agent from Buffalo, while Owens was on Chicago's practice squad last season. Monangai had been out from day 2 of training camp and was able to get back on the field for the individual drills. He left when the team went to scrimmage. Get highlights of your local high school program by finding IL SportsWire on your preferred social media platforms, and get local sports anytime at DeWittDailyNews.com.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Ace now offers free assembly and free delivery, so it's never been easier to get a great grill for your family, like a Weber gas grill, a Traeger wood pellet grill, or a Big Green Egg charcoal grill. Only at your neighborhood Ace. Around the block. What you need in stock, with people who know their grills.
This is Brad from Gibson Ace Hardware in Clinton, Illinois. Stop in to see us, the helpful place at 114 North Madison Street, Clinton.
See participating store for details.
MR Systems Wireless is your local internet provider for Clinton and surrounding area. They have the products you want and the local service you deserve. MR Systems Wireless Internet service for home or business includes unlimited data, unlimited streaming, and unlimited calling. Plans start at just $48 a month and get a free Roku 4Ls with our media packages. Get the speed you need with MR Systems Wireless. Call them at 935-2100. That's 935-2100 for MR Systems Wireless.
SRN News, I'm Rich Thomason in Washington. President Trump says that war-ending talks with Tehran have resumed. However, Iran is refusing to acknowledge such discussions, insisting that there are no talks taking place. Enduring repeated deadly Russian drone and missile strikes, many of them on civilian targets, Ukraine has been returning fire. It continues to refine and improve its drone technology. The Russian embassy in Rome is blaming Ukraine for a deadly weekend bombing in a Moscow restaurant. Says a Saturday night attack on the Italian eatery killed 5, injured 19 others. Authorities in fire-ravaged Spokane, Washington, are holding an accused arsonist on $1 million bond. 37-year-old man allegedly started one of the 3 fires that destroyed hundreds of homes, forcing 60,000 people to evacuate. On Wall Street, the Dow futures are up 621 points. More details, srnnews.com.
Are you carrying more than $10,000 in credit card debt? Do you feel like you're running on a financial treadmill, making payment after payment, month after month, yet never getting ahead? If you're tired of watching your hard-earned money disappear into interest charges, there may be options available to help you take back control of your finances. At Total Financial Freedom, they'll show you what qualified consumers may be able to save through programs designed to help them resolve debt faster than making minimum payments alone. The consultation is free, confidential, and comes with absolutely no obligation. Why Why spend years, sometimes decades, paying thousands in interest when there may be a better path forward? Total Financial Freedom is a Christian-owned company that has helped thousands of Americans pursue financial freedom for nearly 20 years and is proudly A+ rated and accredited by the Better Business Bureau. Call now and ask how you can receive a complimentary copy of The Debt Dietitian. Stop running in place. Start moving toward financial freedom at 866-744-7344. 866-744-7344.
From the Heart Media Group newsroom and DeWittDailyNews.com, I'm Ben Hubbard with this local news update. The Peterson Insurance Agency in Clinton is inviting the community to an open house Tuesday afternoon on the square at its location in Clinton to celebrate its 60th anniversary. Owner Jay Peterson